I'll show you how to easily magnify an area using DaVinci Resolve. You'll also learn how to apply an optional border, drop shadow, and animation. The first step is to mark out where I want the magnification to occur. I'll play the clip and stop the playhead where I want it to start. I'll set an in point by pressing I. I'll continue playing the clip to where I want the magnification to end. I'll add an out point by pressing O. It's best to take a bit extra at the beginning and end to give yourself room for error, so I'll expand the selected area by moving the in and out points with the mouse. Now I need to copy the selected area to a track above the current one. I only have one track, so I'll create a new one by right-clicking in the track header area and selecting Add Track. I'll press Command-C, Control-C in Windows to copy the area I've marked out. Before pasting the selected portion to the new track, I need to turn off the Auto Track selector for the current video and audio track. If I don't, I'll end up pasting the selection into the same place I copied it from. I'll press Command-V, Control-V in Windows to paste the selection to the track above. I'll turn the Auto Track selector for the video and audio tracks back on. I don't need the two audio clips at the bottom, so I'll click on an empty area of the timeline to deselect everything. Now I'll click on the link selection icon to unlink the audio clips from their associated video clips. Holding down the Command key, Control key in Windows, I'll click on the two audio clips to select them and press the Delete key. You'll notice that there's an edit point in our subclip. That's going to cause a problem. To get around it, I'll create a compound clip. Of course, if there are no edit points in your clip, you can skip this step. Before creating the compound clip, I'll create a bin in the media pool to stay organized. First, I'll select the master bin. Then I'll right-click and select New Bin. I'll rename it Compound Clips. I'll double-click on it to make it the active bin. Holding down Command or Control in Windows, I'll select the two clips. Right-clicking on one of them with the mouse, I'll select New Compound Clip. I'll name it First Magnification and press Enter. The new compound clip has been added to the media pool. And notice as well that the edit point is gone. I can now use this clip as if it were a single clip. I'll change the clip color to violet to identify it as a compound clip. I find this a handy way to easily identify compound clips on a timeline. If you need to get back to the original, just select the clip, right-click, and select Decompose in Place using Clips Only from the pop-up menu. To create the magnification window, I'll be using the Video Collage Resolve FX effect. First, I'll make sure the new clip is selected. I'll open the Effects library. Selecting OpenFX on the left, I'll scroll way down on the right to the Resolve FX Transform category and double-click on Video Collage to apply it to the selected clip. I'll open the inspector. It automatically opens onto the Effects tab. The video collage basically punches holes in the clip it's applied to, allowing you to fill those holes with portions of other clips beneath. I'll position the playhead at the start of the clip. I'll put a checkmark in Preview Layout at the top. 4 tiles have appeared in the timeline viewer. We only need one tile, so I'll change both columns and rows under Layout to 1. This will be the magnification window. Now from the Workflow drop-down at the top of the inspector, I'll select Create Tile. Under Margins and Spacing, I'll adjust the left-right margins and top-bottom margins to size the tile. And I'll use horizontal offset and vertical offset to position it. You can come back at any time and adjust these further. Now I'll click the Tiles button at the top. Under Custom Size and Shape, I'll put a check mark in Custom Size and Shape. Using the Custom Scale slider, I can adjust the size of the tile while maintaining its proportions. And using Custom Rounding, I can give the tile rounded corners or make it completely round by moving the slider all the way to the right. I'll uncheck Preview Layout at the top. The clip beneath is revealed in the tile. Under Resize Content, I'll move the Zoom slider to the right to zoom in. To zoom in more than the slider allows, or to zoom in a more granular way, click-drag on the field to the right. You can also type numbers directly into the field. I'll use the Pan and Tilt sliders to bring the area I want magnified into view. Under Tile Styling, the Tile Border slider can be used to add a border. To reset it, just double-click on the title border label. I'll set the border color to light blue by clicking the Tile Color swatch. And I'll adjust the opacity of the border using the Tile Opacity slider. I'll expand the Drop Shadow section to add a shadow. I'll increase the Strength and Blur sliders. The Tile Animation section lets you easily animate the tile. I'll select Intro and Outro from the Animate dropdown and put a check mark in the Fly and Fade fields only. This will cause the tile to fade in and out and fly in and out of the frame. I'll select Fly Left from the Fly Animation dropdown to make the tile fly in from the left. I'll move the Duration slider to the left to shorten the duration of the animation. I'll play the clip to see how it looks. Pretty cool. Instead of the tile flying back out in the direction it came, I think it would look better if it kept going in the same direction. I'll move the playhead to the first frame of the clip by pressing the up arrow key. In the inspector, I'll click the diamond to the right of the Fly Animation dropdown to add a keyframe. Holding down the K key, I'll also hold down the L key to slowly move the playhead forward until I reach the point where the tile begins to move back out. OK. Now I'll tap the left arrow key to move back one frame at a time until I get to the frame just before the tile begins to move out. I went past a frame or two, so I'll tap the right arrow key to move ahead to the right frame. I'll select Fly Right from the Fly Animation dropdown. A keyframe is automatically added. I'll play that back. Great. I'll try lengthening the duration of the animation to see how that looks. I'll play it back. Not so good. The tile starts heading back from where it came before continuing on to the right. Because I changed the speed of the animation, the second keyframe is now on the wrong frame. I'll click the left arrow to the left of the Fly Animation field to navigate back to the second keyframe. I'll click the diamond to remove the keyframe. I'll use the arrow keys to find the frame just before the tile starts moving. I'll change the Fly Animation field to Fly Right. Let's see if that fixes it. Yes. Because this is something you're likely to do multiple times in a project, I'll show you how to easily copy the magnification effect to another clip. I already have an area selected and copied. As before, I'll turn off the Auto Track selector first for the video and audio tracks before pasting the selection. Now I'll paste the selection by pressing Command V or Control V in Windows. I'll turn the auto track selectors back on. I don't need the audio clip at the bottom, so I'll click on an empty area of the timeline to deselect all the tracks, and then select the audio track and press Delete. To copy the magnification, I'll first select the clip where I added it, then right-click and select Copy from the pop-up menu. Now I'll select the clip where I'd like the new magnification to be, right-click and select Paste Attributes. Under Video Attributes, I'll select Plugins and click Apply. I'll place the playhead in the middle of the clip where I can see the magnification tile. In the inspector, I'll select the Effects tab and click the Globals button. Under Margins and Spacing, I'll use the horizontal and vertical offset sliders to position the window. I'll click the Tiles button. Under Resize Content, I'll adjust the Pan and Tilt sliders to bring in the area to magnify. Next, I'll adjust the animation. First, I'll click the Reset symbol to remove any keyframes. This time, I only want the window to fade in and out, so I'll uncheck the Fly field. And I'll shorten the duration. I'll play it back. All right. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for watching.